Hi everyone, my name is Greg Kilpack, and this video is to tell you how I learned the stock market, how it really works. I want to share with you my journey of how I got here. And it all goes back to a day in 1988 where I was 21 years old and I came across a book at a garage sale. Never meant to go to the garage sale, but I just happened to be at a friend's house and his family had a garage sale. So I looked at what was for sale and I found a book that looked interesting about the stock market. I thought, I don't know anything about the market, so I will read this book. And I did. The book was How to Prosper During the Coming Bad Years by Howard Roth. And I read it. It was interesting. I didn't get all the information I wanted about the markets, specifically how to make money in the markets, when's the right time to buy and sell, things of that nature. So I started reading other books, found other books, and talked to people about the markets. And over time, what started out as a hobby turned into an obsession because I couldn't find the answers. I was looking everywhere. Every book I could find, I was going to Barnes and Noble and bookstores and sitting in the investment section. And after having studied the stock market for many years, I would sit down and go through every book on the shelf and look through it briefly to see if I thought there was anything in there that I didn't already know about the markets. Finally, over time, I found the answers. First, what happened was after reading for many years, I started to have money working in my career as a technical recruiter, which means that I would find programmers and networking engineers and other computer professionals for companies that I worked for. So in 2000, I had some money and I started aggressively buying stocks on margin. And if you know about the stock market, you should be laughing right now because that was right after the market topped out. The bear market started, and I'm buying aggressively, which means I got a whole bunch of margin calls and I lost every penny that I put into the market that year. Started to figure out pretty fast that I didn't know as much about the markets as I needed to or thought I did. Okay. I lost, I think, $6,000 that year. Not too bad. Um, but it was pretty much all I had at the time, so that part wasn't too good. So what I did is that I was working in the Bay Area, California at the time as a technical recruiter on contract, making good money, and then it ended. In 2001, I could not find another job because at that time they were laying off people. They weren't hiring, and so recruiters are not needed. Um, so I started to look for jobs and found a day trading job at a prop firm in Georgia at Broadway Trading in a branch office. So I got hired there and I went out to Georgia and it was a great experience for me. But I was not successful. It was day trading is very difficult. It's not easy. And anybody who thinks it's easy and they're going to just walk right in, make lots of money, think again. Okay. So I did it for about, I think, 9 months and I ran out of money and had to go back home, moved back home. And then tried again in 2003. I went to Austin, Texas and traded there for a year. Again, day trading equities at a prop firm. And that was again very tough. And about 5% or less of a room full of traders, maybe 100 traders, only 5% were successful. They just run you through, and if you are successful, great. If not, they don't care. They make so much money from the traders who are successful that they don't care the small amount that they lost on someone who didn't work out. Okay, so I have two trade experiences where I learned a lot, but I was not successful. And then I went to work for Fidelity Investments in 2004, and I got, I had my Series 7 by then, and I got a hold of a book that made all the difference. The book was The Right Stock at the Right Time by legendary trader Larry R. Williams, who, by the way, happens to be the father of actress Michelle Williams. So I learned a lot about that because that's where I learned about the cycles of the markets. The cycles are critical because you've got these somewhat predictable cycles Where all stocks go up in a bull market or almost all stocks go down in a bear market. And you have to know about these cycles if you want to know timing as an investor. Absolutely critical information, which I teach, by the way, in my training classes. Okay, if you want to be a part of that, email me and we can talk about it. But I learned that these cycles are critical from this book, The Right Stock at the Right Time. Great book, not too expensive on Amazon. So I got a hold of that one, and I also got a hold of the Stock Traders Almanac. Also very useful for both traders and investors. If you're serious about learning the markets, those are the first two books I would recommend for you. The Right Stock at the Right Time is like a reference book where you thumb through it and you learn things, but it's not, topical like you read through it like a regular book. It's a reference book. Okay. But very useful information nonetheless. So here it is. It's now about 2005. I've had some experience trading, and I went back to my career as a technical recruiter. But I had my own trading experiences and investing along the way, and I kept studying the markets. So fast forward to about 5 years ago, about 2017, and I've learned a lot about the markets, and I'm starting to teach people what I have learned. In fact, I have started to manage money for a friend of mine. And in the first half of 2022, because of the market indicators that I have developed, I could tell that the market was rolling over. And I started selling short and selling all my long positions of the stocks that I owned in late 2021. And because of that, I'm up 90% in the first half of 2022. And I'm starting to reach out to investors to start a hedge fund. Now, you have to be an accredited investor or I can't talk to you about it. Okay, so I can't manage your money unless you're an accredited investor. If you don't know what that is, look it up on the internet. But I'm just very excited because I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I love the markets. The recruiting was okay, but it was always just a job for me. And now I get to do what I love, and I am never going back to anything else. I plan on trading the markets until the day I die. Hopefully, with my my cold dead hand on a very profitable trade on the keyboard. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, I'm very good at this, and a lot of other fund managers are losing money right now. So I think I have a pretty good shot at starting out as a hedge fund manager. I hope someone who has what authority over money or has a chance to invest in me can find me through these videos. But anyway, it's been very exciting, very fun. And now I teach people about the market. So if you want to learn what's going to happen next in the markets here in 2022, what's very likely to happen based on the past, because nothing new ever really happens, even in the stock market, you should reach out to me. Send me an email and I will help you understand what's going on in the markets. Okay. So that's a little bit about me. It's been a heck of a ride. It's been crazy at times, I got to tell you. It's had its ups and downs, but it's awesome. I love the markets. Still have my moments when I'm not too happy with it, but overall I'm doing very well. Um, and I love what I do now. So I hope that you can come to love the markets too and have the knowledge that I have so you can make more money in the markets, okay? Whether you're a trader or an investor. I only do stocks and options. I don't do crypto. I might do crypto at some point with a small, tiny part of my portfolio, but I've never bought crypto to date here in August 2022. I've done a little bit with futures and I've never done Forex currencies. Um, Pretty much just stocks and options. So if that's what you want to learn, I can teach you how to trade it as a swing trader or a position trader or a long-term investor. Anything but day trading. I don't teach that because I've never been successful at it. Okay. But I have been very successful in the longer term uh, position trading and investing. All right, so that's a little bit about me. Hope you like this video, and good luck out there. It's all about risk versus reward. And here in 2022, you have to think about, is there more risk on the downside or more potential to the upside? And right now, I think there's a lot more risk of losing money on the downside, which is why I'm still 150% short in my accounts. All right. So that's all. I hope that helps. And this is Greg Kilpack wishing you very profitable returns in the markets.